It is the Brownsville Rivera Raiders taking on the Pioneer Diamondbacks, to be exact, the Sherryland Pioneer Diamondbacks here. I'm Jacob Young. I'm with Rio Sports Live. We're going to bring you a great game tonight. Both teams coming into tonight's game with solid records and coming off of wins. Brownsville Rivera 1-3. They've only had one home game this year, but they are coming off of a huge win, 32-0 versus Valley View. That says a lot about this team, that they can fight, and, well, their defense can work together with their offense to prove that they can get a shutout and a great performance, basically. Then Pioneer came off of a fantastic win against, well, kind of their rivals, Mission. The Mission High Eagles, to be exact, I believe. 57-28. That 57-28. Now, Pioneer, of course, they are a 5A school, with Mission being a 6A school up with McCallum Memorial, Mac High, and, well, Nicky Rowe as well. So you put all those things together, and, well, both teams coming off of fantastic wins. So it's going to be exciting. Don't know what else to say, but yes, we will be right back. We're just getting started here on the pregame show today here at Sam's Stadium. I'm Jacob Young. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this one. With Rio Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12 grand off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Robert Bella's favorite cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport.
Back live here, brought to you by Hacienda Ford. Of course, go check them out up in Edinburgh for sure. And of course, before I go any further into all this, we do want to take a moment to say thank you to well, South Padre Island for making us a long-time sponsor for them, or with them to be exact, as of course you already saw one of their promos playing not too long ago there. Now, of course, I want to get into some players to look out for, and we'll start off with Brownsville Rivera. Then, of course, we'll get into what their Hacienda Ford keys to the games are, and, of course, then we'll talk about Sherryland Pioneer at the end. But really a lot of things to get through in so little time. So here we go. Quarterback for sure right off the bat that I want to look at for, well, Brownsville Rivera, I believe, is none other than, well, Andres Perez. I saw from, of course, Huddle when I was doing, of course, my work, was that he was able to really just be a difference maker in last week's game up here basically but versus, well, Valley. And so he can be lethal. He can really be able to scramble inside that pocket and could be a huge player to really just, well, he could be very dangerous at one point. And then, of course, none other than Ramiro Vega on running back and wide receiver. He's patient and finds space to gain yards, and that's, of course, what you want. You want to change up some speed and things like that to really just, well, make your defense or make the defense kind of mess up and make some mistakes. So Ramiro Vega right there. And then the offensive line, of course, giving the quarterback, giving those running backs that open room, that's always going to be key. And, of course, they have done a good job this season. And, of course, they're looking to do an even better job tonight versus Pioneer. The Diamondbacks, of course, coming off of a very interesting break. Or, excuse me, a very interesting game. Now, of course, there are keys to the game. Get on the board early, limit penalties and mistakes. Force Pioneer into mistakes and, of course, penalties. What they like to do, though, of course, is line up on offense. To be exact, Brownsville Rivera do this on offense with a back next to the QB and 3 wide receivers normally on their right side. So talk about those formations. A lot of teams like to do that, and so it makes for an interesting matchup when both sides kind of do that, because the schemes, it's always fun, of course. And then now, of course, talking about the Pioneer players to watch. Now, someone that's, of course, impressed my eye big time for them have been none other than Eddie Lee Marburger. Marburger, once again, he's another man that can beat you downfield with his arm, can be able to scramble, and, well, it just really helps out this team. Likes to scramble and can become mobile if he has time. And just like I said, is lethal with the arm. So you put all that together, it's going to be an interesting matchup. What can the defense do for Brownsville Rivera? What can the defense do for Pioneer Diamondbacks trying to work and, well, just trying to make sure that they stop these quarterbacks on both sides. Also the running backs, too. But we'll take one last break before, of course, we really wrap things up here on the pregame show. Of course, we do apologize. It was a bit short, but nonetheless, we'll be right back. This is Jacob Young from Rio Sports Live, brought to you by Hacienda Ford.
Dewey's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hi, we're Mackay Bulldogs. Thanks for watching Rio Sports Live.
Need Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6 on F Street in Harlingen. It's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
Well,
Hi, we're the Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Labor Day party.
The Hacienda Ford Labor Day sale is going on now. You can get a new F-150 starting at just $27,995 or 0% interest for 72 months.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. Mahasi and the friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're the Lady South. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Hi, we're the Rivera City Raptors. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word: fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
Hi, we're Mission Veterans, and thank you for watching Real.
All right, back live here. Well, of course, continuing on with the Pioneer, with the Sherryland Pioneer Diamondbacks pregame talk, of course. Well, that was one player, Eddie Marburger, for sure. And then none other than Alan Davila has a burst of speed and can get open in any situation. So, of course, Rivera defense has to make sure that they can really gain, or they can really be able to stop that, just really hold him to a less yards than he can gain. For sure, that's going to be a key player to watch, especially if the quarterback and wide receiver are on kind of the streak. Remember, it's going to be a very interesting game right off that bat. Their game plan: shut down the offense, force them into mistakes, avoid penalties that will halt or ruin a stop. Halt a drive or ruin a stop, and that is, of course, Sherryland Pioneers, and that's the Hacienda Ford keys to the game for really both teams in a way. That could go either way for Brownsville Rivera, or it could go either way for Sherryland Pioneer. So both teams very evenly matched, especially early in this season. We all know early into the season, this is exactly what you want. You want to gain momentum. You want to gain that confidence for district play, because we all know when it comes down to district play, that's how you get to the playoffs. And so for both teams, that's what really you look for, as we see Brownsville Rivera and even Sherryland Pioneer both getting ready to run out of the tunnel. And there come Pioneer, and there come the Brownsville Rivera Raiders tonight, as both of them enter onto the field and go to their respectable sidelines. So very exciting for both. This should be a really fun game. Nonetheless, we're going to take one more break before, of course, we go into game time here. One big thing, of course, is, well, it should be about 86 degrees when they kick this, when they start this game, really. When they kick this ball off, it should be 86 degrees. Wind seems to have calmed down a lot since the start of this, since the start of this day, because it had been pretty interesting, to say so the least, blowing my car back and forth as I got over here. But either way, this is Rio Sports Live. We'll be right back for the kick. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900.
Back live here with Rio Sports Live. Looks like the Raiders are going to get this ball to start off the game. The Sherryland Pioneer, I believe, are going to kick off to them. And there we go. There's the first kick of the game. It's a very short one, but returnable. The Raiders will get the ball at the 26-yard line here. Yes, the Raiders are in the black, and Sherryland Pioneer Diamondbacks are in the white here. Sets up with one back right beside him, hands the ball off. It's a nice carry there, brought down. Looks like he might have gained about a yard or so. Raiders inside the huddle. As Diamondbacks just waiting around patiently for them to try and stop the Raiders once again. Back out of the huddle. Three three wide receivers on the right side near their bench. Snaps the ball with one man right beside him, hands the ball off, spins around and gets a couple of yards there. "11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 for the Raiders early in this game. Their first, of course, their first drive out of this game. Looks like he will snap the ball with one back beside him. Drops back to pass. Finds a man on the corner near his bench. Gets room and will get the first down and will move the chains for his team. Raiders moving the ball and will get it to the their own 41-yard line here. So very exciting start for them. Moving the chains on a 3rd down conversion always gives you, well, some momentum building up. Looks like, once again, going to snap the ball with one back beside him and 3 wide receivers on the left side. Either way, it was a handoff, and he will gain a couple of yards there. Will pass by the line of scrimmage. It looks like he'll get the ball at about, or he'll move the ball up to about the 43-yard line. Yes, the ball will be marked down on the 43-yard line. 9:40 left to play in the first quarter. 3 wide receivers on their left side this time, changing up the scheme a bit. We'll still keep it with one back beside him. Hikes the ball off, drops back, will scramble a bit. He's evading one. Throws it, incomplete. But evades the pressure and try to find someone on that left side near the Sherryland Pioneer bench. Wasn't able to. That will bring up 3rd down. 8 to go now for that first down if they want to continue this drive. The Raiders break out of the huddle. Looks like 3 wide receivers going to the left here. He will snap the ball with one back right beside him. Scrambles once again. Tries to find an opening. Does. And they will get the first down just about. And will move the chains. Trying to get confirmation here. And now they will be in Diamondback territory. Ball on the 49-yard line now, passing that 50. So very exciting for the Raiders to really being able to just to move the ball against this Diamondback defense. 9:15 to go here in the first quarter. We'll snap the ball with one back right beside him. Hands it off. It's up the middle. He's going to get stopped. Nowhere to go there. Loss of 1 yard will bring up 2nd down and 11. Raiders huddle up to see what play they will decide to do. Looks like Chito Perez coming into the game for the Raiders there. We'll snap the ball with one back beside him. 3 wide receivers on their right side. Trying to find someone open on the corner. Overthrows it just a bit. Was intended for someone, but actually, excuse me, it was intended for Estevan Cruz there, but flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. Holding on the defense is the call, so that will help out the Raiders tremendously on this drive. It will help them move the chains once again and get a fresh set of downs. Refs moving the ball, looks like to the 40 yard line. They're 1st and 10, 8:30 to go in this first quarter. Looks like he's going to snap the ball with one back right beside him. 2 wide receivers, and it looks like it's a free play. Might have been an offside there. A deep pass. He caught it. Looks like that's going to be right at the, well, it's going to be at the goal line for sure, but it might have been at the 1 yard line. We'll see if anything. But how about that? Huge play. 8:23 left to go. And, well, the Raiders just moved the chains and now have a fantastic opportunity to score right on their first drive. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get on that board early, whether you're, well, Rivera Raiders especially coming back home trying to get to 500 on the year so far. Hike the ball off. It's not going to be enough there. He's going to lose a bit of yards on a scramble. We're trying to just take it up the middle. Looked like on a Wildcat there. Loss of 3, I believe. 2nd down and 6 to go on the goal line. Play clock continues to run there. Play clock at 15, 14, 13. Snap the ball off with one back right beside him. A couple wide receivers on his left side. He hands the ball off, and it's going to be enough. Touchdown! Touchdown, Raiders. That was none other than Ramiro Vega for that score. Just like we talked about, it was just a burst of speed up the middle, finding the hole and getting on the board early here. Brownsville Rivera lead at 6-0 early in this one. An extra point to try to make it 7. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up and good. 7-0 Brownsville Rivera early in this one. 7:25 to go here in the first quarter. And, well, Cherryline Pioneer will get the ball right back now for their first drive. An opportunity for them to try and, we'll tie it up now that they've seen what the Raiders can do. What will Pioneer and the Diamondbacks be able to do here? Of course, leading them out onto the field. None other than quarterback Eddie Marburger. Talking about one person that can be lethal. Well, he will be leading them out onto the field on offense, but of course, first, we wait for the Raiders to kick the ball back off and see if they decide to make it a deep kick or a short one. Seen a lot of short kicks lately this year so far. Teams try not to give their opponents really an advantage and give them the ball on the 25-yard line. So we'll see how this goes. As there we go. There we go. Returnable, a very nice up the middle. He breaks a couple of tacklers. He's got a big opening right now, all the way close to the 50-yard line. Looks like it's going to be close to the 50-yard line there. And there we go, the Pioneer Diamondbacks for their first drive of the game. Looks like Marburger's going to line up, snap the ball off with one back beside him. He's going to take it up the middle. He's going to be dragged down, but not before he could get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard or two. Looks like he only got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10, 6:50 left to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 your score. Brownsville Rivera leading. Sends a man in motion, hikes the ball off, fake handoff, screen pass. Looks like he can get a couple of yards. Will get stopped before he could really start to go anywhere there, but not before he could get about to the 50-yard line. 3rd and 7 now, a gain of 3 yards, 6:30 left. Pioneer making sure that they know the play. And it looks like Eddie Marburger will be, well, in shotgun formation with about 2 wide receivers on each side. Actually, 3 wide receivers on the right side trying to scramble. Evades the pressure. A big pass. Caught. Trying to evade another one. And tripped up just about at the 20-yard line. They might mark him down at the 19, though. A huge gain for the Diamondbacks early in this one. 5:50 to go. They go a bit hurry up there. Hands the ball off up the middle. He's going to gain a couple of yards and more. Breaks a couple of tackles and is going to get down at about the 10-yard line. And that's going to be enough to move the chains for a 1st down. 1st and 10, of course, 1st and goal basically for the Diamondbacks. Marburger. How about that big one? And caught. Touchdown for Pioneer. Actually, he dropped it. My apologies on that. It looked like he had caught it from up there. Well, Eddie Marburger with a back right beside him. Hikes the ball off. To the left he goes. Overthrows it just a bit out of bounds there. So now, of course, the Diamondbacks will be facing a 3rd down and 10. 5:28 left to play in the first quarter. Play clock continues to run at 20. Marburger with the Diamondbacks right behind him, lone center there, trying to find someone. Evades the pressure. Not going to be enough on that one. And the special teams will come back out onto the field for the Diamondbacks to try to put up 3 points on the board for Sherryland Pioneer. Backs up there. The kick is up. And it is good for Sherryland Pioneer. They will get on the board here for the first time. 7-3 now your score. Brownsville Rivera still lead it, but both teams have put points up onto the board. So it's going to make for an interesting first quarter and an interesting game for sure. 5:18 to go in the first quarter. Both teams still have 3 timeouts remaining. And we'll see what Pioneer decide to do when they come back out onto the field when they kick the ball off. Will it be short? Will it be long? Both teams trotting back onto the field now. Of course, Sherryland Pioneer just waiting for the whistle. Looks like Mike Ramos to kick the ball off for Sherryland Pioneer. And there we go, the kick is away. Looks like it is going to be a short one, and they call a fair catch. Brownsville Rivera Raiders call a fair catch at just about around the 32-yard line. So a very impressive sort of, well, Cherryland Pioneer were just trying to be clever there, I should say, and a very nice job of Brownsville really figuring that out and knowing that they can call a fair catch and be up there. Well, either way, moving on, snaps the ball off, one back beside him, he handed it off there, and the running back will gain a couple of yards. Looks like a flag is on the field. We'll see what that is. So that will give the Raiders, well, a fresh set of downs and some more yards to try and score once again. They are leaning closer to Diamondback territory once again with the ball just shy of the 50, ball on the 48-yard line, I believe. Hikes the ball up, hands it off. It was up the middle. He's breaking a couple of tackles, spins around. Not before he gets his momentum stopped there. Very impressive run there. A 6-yard gain, 4:30 left to go in the first quarter. 7-3, Raiders still lead it and are driving. One back will snap the ball off, one back right beside him. Hands it off once again up the middle. He's going to be stopped before he could really get anywhere. And what Cherryland Pioneer are trying to do right now, I believe they're trying to strip the ball away from Brownsville Rivera, which is why, of course, why the momentum is kind of getting stopped for Brownsville Rivera. And what happens then is normally the ref will call a play dead if his forward momentum gets stopped. So 3 wide receivers on their left side. He will snap the ball off with one right beside him. One back, right beside him. Snaps it off, rolls to his left. Trying to find someone open, goes back to the right. Looks like it is caught. Fantastic play there. Really evading pressure, finding the opening, and it looks like that was a catch by Kalani Garcia for Brownsville Rivera. Ball now on the Pioneer Diamondback 33-yard line, First and 10. Brownsville Rivera doing a nice job early in this one. 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Play clock running down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hikes the ball off, I believe, in time. And how about that? A nice gain on the play first. Nice gain on the play. He did not get the first down there, but he is very close. Some substitutions going on for the Raiders there. They are in the huddle, making sure that they know what to do on this one. Breaks out of it. We'll snap the ball off with one back right beside him. Handoff up the middle. A nice gain there. He just took off like a rocket there and was able to move the chains for the Raiders. Down to the 27-yard line now, first and 10, 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Raiders back in the huddle now. Just making sure that they know the play. They break out of it now. They got 3 wide receivers on their right side. Hikes the ball off. It's going to go deep. And just about makes the catch there. But a very nice defensive play by the Diamondbacks. Will be able to keep the Raiders from scoring there. 7-3 still your score, and 1:33 left to go. 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 27-yard line. Brownsville Rivera break out of their huddle. Play clock at 15 now. Still 1:33 left to play here in the first quarter. Snaps the ball with one back behind him. And how about that? He's still alive, trying to go for the touchdown. And it is. But a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. Well, that's exactly not what you really want to happen for your team. But nonetheless, they've been able to not let that really stop their drive. They've been able to continue on. But a hold is not always what you want. Now, if it's a hold on the defense and you're an offensive team, of course. But either way, they move on. And he will snap the ball with one back right beside him. Drops back, passes. Looks like it's going to be open. And not enough for that one. He wasn't able to bring it down, 57 seconds left to go in this first quarter. 3rd down and 14 now. Third down and 14. Raiders still in the huddle. They break out of this one. Three wide receivers on their right side. That's what the Raiders are going to bring. It looks like it's going to be a timeout called. Timeout Brownsville Rivera. And we're going to take ourselves a quick little timeout break here. We'll be right back after this. This is Real Sports Live. I'm Jake Young. Hopefully you're enjoying this one.
Loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Cano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hi, we're the Lady Diamondbacks, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Back live here. Play will resume. The play clock has started, counting as Brownsville Rivera break out of their huddle after that timeout. Looks like they'll stick with one back beside him and three wide receivers on the right side near their bench. Hikes it off, drops back to pass. Quick one up the middle, tipped by the Pioneer defense there, and it will bring up fourth down and 14 to go. The question is, what will you decide to do? And it looks like the special teams will come out for Brownsville Rivera there. So not necessarily the drive that they wanted, but if they can bring 3 points up here with 52 seconds left in the first quarter, they will enjoy that for sure, and they'll be up 10-7. That's exactly, or excuse me, 10-3. That's exactly what you will want. But it looks like they're actually going to be in punting formation before the play. So we'll move back a couple yards there. And, well, that's exactly now what they kind of wanted, so that they can try and pin the Pioneer team deep. Punts this one a high. Flyer's going to bounce. And almost a chance to get it at the 1 yard line, just shy. They're going to call it a touchback. So Sharyland Pioneer will get the ball back at the 25-yard line. It's been a very even game so far. Both teams have had their opportunities. And, of course, one team was necessarily able to put one touchdown away, and that was Brownsville Rivera. That's why the score remains 7-3. 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Eddie Marburger with, of course, led his team back out onto the field there. It looks like they'll have two wide receivers on their left side and three on their right. But Marburger will snap the ball with one back right beside him. A quick little screen pass to the left. And we'll get pushed out of bounds, looks like, back at the well, we'll wait for the marker, I guess. Refs are going to mark it at about the, I don't know, but either way, next play happens and a big loss. Big loss from the Pioneer offense there as Brownsville Rivera were able to get the man down as the game clock continues to run. 10-9. We'll see if they are able to or decide to get a play off before the first quarter ends. He does. From behind, tries for a quick pass on the left. They're going to say that he caught that one, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. Well, Raiders lead this one 7-3. Diamondbacks still have 3 timeouts, but one have 2. So now, of course, they will switch sides here. Of course, adjustments don't need to be made yet for both sides. Both have been they've been very good so far. Looks like Sharyland will send one to their right side there near the Rivera bench. Snaps the ball with one back beside him. Flag on the play. Might be a free play. Incomplete pass either way. We'll bring up a second down, but we'll wait and see on this flag. So now it'll be a 1st and 5 for the Sharyland Diamondbacks. Sharyland Pioneer Diamondbacks to be exact. Ref whistles to continue play here. The play clock continues to run. Hikes the ball off. A deep pass. And it's caught. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Sharyland Pioneer. The Diamondbacks score, but and no flags seem to be on the field. So that touchdown will stand. It is now 9-7, Sharyland Pioneer. Do lead that one. We'll see what they can make it. Yes, it is a fake. They go for two, and it's caught. How about that right there? Sharyland Pioneer get the 2-point conversion. Early in this one, lead 11-7, 11:45 left to go in this second quarter now. Just like that, bringing a bit of trickery to this game. I'd like to see some trickery for sure. And we'll see if Brownsville Rivera can respond on this drive as they head back out onto the field to get the ball back. Brownsville Rivera back ready to receive this one. Ref blows the whistle. Hand is raised, and the kick is up and away. It's still returnable, but back at about the 5. They're trying to evade a couple of blockers there. We'll get to about the 20 or so yard line, but penalty marker down in the backfield. So the Raiders will be starting in their own territory, deep in their own territory to be exact. They stay in the huddle, they break out of it now. Play clock now starting to run. 11:37 to go in this first half. Hikes the ball off, handoff in the middle there, and he is stuffed in the backfield. Second and 10. Ball on the Raider 8-yard line. They were able to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Sets up with one back beside him. Snaps the ball. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. He gets taken down, but not before he could gain maybe 1 yard. Third down and 8. He gains about 2 yards there. Snap the ball with one back right beside him. 3 wide receivers on their right side. On Brownsville Rivera's right side, he scrambles to the right, trying to find someone open. Throw on the run, incomplete. Incomplete pass on that play will now be a 4th down and 8. So the special teams do come back on for Brownsville Rivera. Brownsville Rivera Raiders now, of course, their special teams. And Sharyland Pioneer ready to receive this one. And timeout, Brownsville Rivera. They'll be left with one timeout. So, of course, they will want to talk it over. As they talk it over, we'll be right back after a word from our local sponsors. Don't go anywhere.
At the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1.
Back live, both teams back out on the field now. Of course, they're set up. And the ref resumes play now. Blew the whistle to resume play. Dropped kick for a second there. But a nice punt. And it takes a bounce and an evasion there on that left side. Trying to evade another one, but looks like they will. Sharyland Pioneer might have just gotten the ball back to about the 50. 9:55 left to go in this first half. 11-7 is your score. Diamondbacks lead and have the ball now. Ball will be placed on the 48-yard line. Looks like Marburger snaps the ball. Will snap the ball with one back beside him. Quick little short route will gain him a couple of yards. I don't believe he got the first down. I believe he stepped out before. We'll wait on the refs to mark that one. Looks like it'll be on the Raiders' 46-yard line there. Snaps the ball. Another quick pass to the left. And he'll gain another couple. We'll gain some more yards and be able to move the chains there. 1st and 10 for the Diamondbacks. 9:29 left to play in the first half. Snaps the ball once again. Handoff up the middle. It's going to gain some more yards and looks like a first down. I do apologize. Don't know why I said first down there. But either way, they gain a lot of yards. And it's second down. Snaps it deep. Pass. Looks like he's open. Caught. Touchdown. For Pioneer, a 30-yard reception. And they lead now 17-7. An extra point away. Of course, leading by 11. Could be another trick play here. But no, they run back to the middle. And an extra point away. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. And the extra point is up and good. Nine minutes to go here in the first half. Sharyland Pioneer go up now by 8. Go back up onto the board. 18-7 now your score. Both teams run back out onto the field. Brownsville Rivera looking to get the ball back and looking to, of course, try and get back down to the field and score. They haven't scored since, of course, their first drive of this game. Pioneer just waiting on the ref's signal. And there we go. Ref gives the signal. Sharyland Pioneer on both sides run across that line. Hand is raised. And we're back underway here. A very nice returnable kick for the Raiders. Trying to find an opening there. Looks like he might have gotten the ball back to about the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him just shy of the 25 on the 24-yard line here. Brownsville Rivera run out from the huddle. Looks like they're going to snap with 3 wide receivers on the right side, but a handoff up the middle. He breaks, found the hole, and almost got that first down there. Looks like they're going to mark that ball. A gain of 7. Second down. 9-yard gain on the play there. And second down and 1 for Brownsville Rivera right after that. And that's one thing that I really marked was that Brownsville Rivera in their running game, they were really able, the offensive line were really able to give him some running room. Hikes the ball off once again, takes it himself. It looks like he gets the first down just enough. And the chains will be moved for Brownsville Rivera. 8:11 to go in this first half. Play clock continues to run now. Brownsville Rivera break out of their huddle. Looks like he'll snap the ball with one back beside him. A triple option. Ball on the outside. And he will get brought down just after passing the 40-yard line. We'll mark the ball down on the 41. Second down, 5 to go. Brownsville Rivera in their huddle. Play clock continues to run, now at 15. Looks like they'll snap the ball with one back right beside him. Snaps it off, handoff up the middle. We'll say no gain on the play is what it's looking like. 3rd and 5. 6:40 left to play in the first half. Brownsville Rivera with 1 timeout remaining here in this first half. So, of course, they'll have to play very, well, not necessarily conservatively, but be smart with this play clock, which is already going down to 10, 9, 8. He snaps it with one beside him. And we'll get the first down. Looks like it was an interesting play. 5-yard gain, 1st and 10 for Brownsville Rivera. 6 minutes to go in the first half. D-backs still lead this one 18-7. But the ball on their own 48-yard line. Will snap the ball off with one back beside him. Here we go, snaps it off, a fumble again, and it could be going the other way. And it's going the other way. A very critical drive for Brownsville Rivera, not necessarily able to do anything about that one. And Sherryland Pioneer will gain possession right back late in this first half. 5:53 left to go. And Brownsville, and the Diamondbacks of Sherryland Pioneer will get the ball on the Raiders' own 44-yard line. Looks like he'll snap the ball with one back beside him and 3 wide receivers on their right side. Rolling towards the right, finding someone on the left. No one there. a flag is thrown, it could be a roughing the passer situation here. Both the refs talking about the penalty. We'll wait and hear what the official call is. 5:46 remain in the first half. So replaying the down. First and 10, 5:46 left. Ball still on the Raider 44. Looks like they will snap it with one back beside him and two wide receivers on each side, I believe. He'll take it up the middle, finding the space, being brought down right at about the 40-yard line. 39-yard line, so a 5-yard gain. They'll snap it with three wide receivers on the right side, but on the left, going to the right side though, and hit before he could go anywhere, but gain the first down for the Diamondbacks. 5:15 to go. Ball on the 33-yard line now for Sherryland Pioneer. He'll snap the ball with one back behind him. Fake handoff through to the left. And they're going to call that one, I believe, incomplete. 4:54 left to go in the first half, second down and 10. The Diamondbacks go back into formation here, just figuring out what they do a second ago. But he'll snap the ball with one back beside him and three wide receivers on the right side near the Brownsville Rivera bench. Snaps it off. Caught. Trying to be brought down and will be before he could really make a run for it. Third down and 8 to go now. In shotgun formation, snaps the ball off. A deep pass. He could be open. Incomplete. And the flag is thrown. Looks like it's going to be pass interference. We'll wait and see on the official call. .421 remain. And it is a pass interference call. 4:21 remain. Looks like Mark Berger's going to snap the ball off with one back beside him and three wide receivers on his left side, but he goes to the right side. No one there. He did stop his run. Wide receiver did. Second down and 10. 4:15 now remain in this first half. The Diamondbacks still have 3 timeouts remaining. Looks like they'll snap the ball with 2 wide receivers up the middle. He goes, trying QB sneak up the middle, touchdown, Diamondbacks. Just a really nice play and a nice juke there, finding the opening for the touchdown. Now an extra point away. And it's a fake. And a fumble. Looks like it was recovered. The 2-point conversion, no good. Score remains 24-7. 4:08 left to play in this first half. In this second quarter. Brownsville Rivera will be getting the ball back. Of course, and looking to go back downfield and trying to score. Both teams trotting back onto the field now. Looks like ref blows a whistle for play to resume now. Ramos raises up his hand. Both his hands, and kickoff is up and away. Very returnable. There's a short kick there. He's met in the backfield though. Looks like just about at the 25, maybe a little more. We'll see the official marking here. Official marking looks like it will be at about, well, they're going to say ball on the 27-yard line. 4:02 remain here in the second quarter. 24-7 is your new score. Looks like he's going to snap the ball, one back beside him. And looks like it's going to be a jump offside maybe. But we'll see if it might be a false start. Looks like it will be a jump offside, 5-yard penalty. So Brownsville Rivera will begin this drive, 1st and 5. We'll make sure that they know their play. They huddle up, break out of that huddle. One back beside him. Looks like how they'll hike the ball off. Hikes it off. Handoff, it was a fake handoff, but couldn't find the receiver there. So it'll be a second down. 2nd and 5 now. 3:55 to go in the first half. Brownsville Rivera break out of the huddle. Play clock down to 15, 14, 13. Looks like he'll snap the ball with one back beside him. Rolls trying to evade. He'll take it himself. He handed the ball off. Gains a couple of yards there. Gains no yards, actually. 3rd and 5 still. Play clock does reset. And we'll start once again. Looked like for a second there, play clock was at 7, but it was not correct there. Either way, snaps the ball off, run it up the middle, trying desperately to get some more yards. It looks like his forward momentum will be brought stopped, at about the 40-yard line there, own 40-yard line, 3:10 left to play. They did get the first down, though. Ball on the 41-yard line. The game clock does resume 2 minutes now. We're heading into the 2-minute marker. Snaps the ball off. Handoff up the middle. Finding a couple of evading pressure there. Looks like he'll be brought down just about at the 50. .230 remain now. Snaps the ball. Will snap the ball with one back beside him. Handoff there. Evading pressure, trying to get some yardage. Might not be enough. 3rd and 3rd down and 1 with 2 minutes remain. Ball is on the 50-yard line. Looks like they'll snap the ball with one back beside him. 2 wide receivers on each side. Snaps it off. We'll run it up the middle. Trying to get that first down. Waiting on the official mark. Doesn't look like he got there. Fourth down and 1. In the huddle, looks like they were going to go for it, but calls a timeout. Well, timeout. We'll take 1, 2. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is Rio Sports Live. We'll be right back with word with our sponsors.
Terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Back live here now as Brownsville Rivera will go for it on 4th down, 4th and 1 to be exact. Push up the middle. Looks like he got enough. First down, Raiders at the 48-yard line. At the Diamondback 48 to be exact. 1 minute 4 remain in this first half. One minute remain, and the clock keeps ticking. 1 minute remain here in this first half. Now, of course, they're trying to hurry up here. Snaps the ball, throw to the corner. It was caught, but not before the whistle was blown. So a false start there. We'll move them back with 38 seconds remain in this first half, second quarter. as well. First down and 15 now for the Raiders. Ref blows a whistle to continue the clock, hikes it off, scrambles to the right, and finds a man open, steps out of bounds there. A nice gain, getting them back to the original line of scrimmage there. Second down and 10. He did step out of bounds, so 28 seconds left. It's like a free little timeout. Raiders, of course, making sure that they know the play. Breaking out of the huddle. Looks like a snap with one back beside him. Two wide receivers on their left side. Two wide receivers on their right. Snaps it off to the corner. It goes. Tries to find an opening. Tries to get out of bounds. Not going to be able to. And the clock continues to run. 15 now, 14-13. They just snap it and a spike with 10 seconds remaining. Brownsville Rivera making sure that offense making sure that they know the play up in the huddle. The Diamondbacks patiently waiting as Brownsville Rivera break out of the huddle now. Looks like one back's going to be beside him. And two wide receivers on each side. Snaps the ball, drops back, trying to evade pressure. He does. A deep pass all the way to the end zone. And it's incomplete. That's going to be halftime. Halftime score 24-7. The Diamondbacks lead. Pioneer Diamondbacks lead 24-7 against the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. We'll get you back with, of course, full halftime plays. And, of course, we'll get you with scores from around the RGV. And we'll be right back after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi, we're Peter Bay Lady Bears, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias, su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
This close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Back live here. And we'll talk a bit for halftime. And halftime stats, of course, early in the first drive for Brownsville Rivera, they brought it 7-0 on their first drive. And then from there, it was more Pioneer than, of course, Brownsville Rivera and the Raiders would have hoped for, as Pioneer were really able to stop Brownsville Rivera on defense after getting an early field goal, and of course coming back and scoring, bringing the score up to 24-7 now. And just, well, exciting. An exciting first half. Yes, the score might not have looked like it too much, but I can tell you one thing, both teams have been able to run the ball well, and of course that's always what you'd like to see from your teams, especially given the fact that the offensive line, they are doing their job against the defense. And really when it came down to it, one team were really able to execute well the deep ball, or finding an open receiver on one end and then making the receiver able to take advantage of maybe a short pass or something of that nature. And so when you talk about it that way, it really brought a different kind of dynamic to the game. But of course, yes, all Pioneer from that point of view. But Brownsville, Rivera, they gotta be proud that they've been able to run the ball. They've been converting third down conversions. Even a fourth down conversion late in this one brought them to a fantastic opportunity to really get the ball back down the field and have a chance at a score, I believe, before halftime. So they know exactly what to do for this second half. They could make changes in one aspect, but nonetheless, some could say that they got a bit unlucky. And to me, that's true. But Pioneer, give them credit. Of course, they've been able to really execute, just being able to pass and has a lethal quarterback. And it's true, both sides have been able to evade pressure, and that's all, of course, always key. Either way, we're just getting started on this halftime show. 19 minutes to go in halftime. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Football will return.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word, fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
We're this close.
We are this close.
Of wanting
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
this close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format. No fish over 21 inches. $150 per team or boat. Maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hi, we're Robert Bellows, Saber Cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Hi, we're Sherryland Rattlers, and thank you for watching.
Back live with the halftime show here. 14 minutes still in halftime. Of course, Sherryland Pioneer Diamondbacks finished off the first half on a bit of a run. 21 unanswered points in the second quarter after being down 7-3 in the first quarter here. And that is why, of course, they're up 24-7. Just really being able to focus on their game plan, making sure that they haven't necessarily made any penalties or something like that, because that's one thing that has kind of hurt Brownsville Rivera, is they had some good drives, but then were some halted with either a holding call or something of that sort. And then, of course, Sherryland Pioneer, the same deal. Got a bit of help with some penalties. One pass interference call that was kind of deep in Brownsville Rivera territory helped Sherryland Pioneer gain the advantage and score there. So that's something that was part of it. Now, let's go look at some scores from today. Of course, a lot of games at either halftime or some in the third quarter. Edinburgh High and Mercedes tied 0-0 at the half. And then Harlingen High and Westco East. Harlingen High lead that one 10-0. Very good game so far. We got Bert Ruiz on camera, I believe, at that game. Then Rio Grande City and Mission Vets Memorial. That was, I believe, the game of the week, according to the Monitor Channel 5. I believe one more source that I can't necessarily remember, but either way, Mission Veterans Memorial 21-14. We got JR over there at that game, covering it for us. And then Hidalgo High versus Rio Hondo. And Hidalgo High at the half lead them 21-3. Now Rio Grande City and Mission Vets are not necessarily in the second, or are not necessarily at half just yet. La Villa and Monte Alto lead that one 8-6 at the half. Then La Feria and Port Isabel La Feria cruising in the second quarter, 34-0. That game at Port Isabel. Brownsville, St. Joseph, and Raymondville. Raymondville cruising on in that one as well, 48-7 in the second quarter. Brownsville Veterans Memorial and PSJ Memorial. Brownsville Veterans Memorial leading that one 35-0 at PSJ. Ed Couch, Elsa, and Edinburgh North 7-6 at the half. Ed Couch, Elsa lead that one. Then Edinburgh Economides at the half, 7-6 over Roma. Santa Rosa and Progreso. Santa Rosa lead that one 20-0 at the half. And then, of course, again, we're at 24-7. Wesco High and Harlingen South. And Wesco High lead that one 28-7. That game is also at the half. Harlingen South, of course, hosting that one, I believe. So, and then Grula and Orange Grove. Grula lead that one 35-12. Then Brownsville Hanna and Sherryland High. Brownsville Hanna lead that one 7-8 at the half. Donna High and La Jolla Palmview. La Jolla Palmview lead that one 16-14 at the half. And then Donna North and Valley View 0-0 still in the second quarter. So those are all the games. Those were last updated at 8:55. Of course, it is 8:55 right now. 9 minutes or just less than 10 minutes to go in the half. Of course, we'll take ourselves another break, but that was an update from around the RGV. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Second half will return shortly, and, well, we'll be right there. It's again brought to you by Hacienda Ford. This is Real Sports Live.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word, fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
At San Benito Vision Source, the optometry staff works around your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Hi, we're PSJ Southwest Javelinas, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. J's up!
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Back live, still continuing with our halftime talk. Of course, 7 minutes left in the halftime. Players for at least Sherryland Pioneer, it looks like, coming back onto the field to at least warm up. So we got signs of players coming back onto the field. Always a good thing. Let's also hit you with some final scores from yesterday as well. Los Fresnos and Edinburgh Villa played. Edinburgh Villa were able to win that one 35-18. That game was final yesterday. And then the second game, we had one here, and that was a big game there. Brownsville Porter and Brownsville Lopez. Brownsville Porter able to win that one 48-23. Those were the two finals of Thursday's game. Now, of course, going to try to get you the weather to see how it is. And of course, looks like the wind was able to stay steady. It was 86 at kickoff. Now it is currently 84 degrees. Still feels like 93. Both teams now back out onto the field, ready to warm up there. Temperature, of course, is going to stay around 84 degrees for the rest of this game. So very, very nice for sure conditions, especially. For me, I enjoy that type of weather. So enough about that. The wind has seemed to stay calm, of course. Both haven't necessarily been trying to kick the ball all the way out to the end zone. So that's something, of course, to also talk about. What will be that type of performance, especially when you get a chance to kick the ball off like, well, the Raiders will, I believe, have to do that to Pioneer. And so what I've noticed, at least, is that they haven't necessarily tried to kick the ball out to the end zone or close. And they've given both opponents opportunities to have nice field position going into, well, maybe their 4 downs or, of course, just going into their drive, basically. And take that into consideration, wondering how that's going to play out. Now, one thing that we have noticed from Sharyland Pioneer, do apologize about talking about them a lot, but this is kind of an important note to mention. They have tried some trick plays throughout this game. Reason being why they're up 24-7. That last touchdown, they did try to go for a 2-point conversion. Same deal, not on their last touchdown to make it, I believe, 18, but their first touchdown of the game, they went for 2 and were able to succeed there. So you talk about that, it makes you wonder for at least about the kicking team. Of course, that's been their game plan, and that's been totally fine for both. So just something, of course, to talk about there for a second. Now, Brownsville Rivera are not out of this game at any means. Start off strong. You get, once again, Hacienda Ford keys to the game. Stop your opponent. Keep your opponent at. Well, just keep your opponent. Limit them for first downs. Limit them for yards. Make sure that you can, well, really just stop them. I mean, one thing for, of course, Pioneer, they got a nice free safety. Chris Millard, I believe. Yes, Chris Millard, that's a defensive back there. But enough about them. It's just Brownsville Rivera just need to make sure that they're able to get a stop and move the ball down the field. And, of course, maybe they've made some changes. We'll have to find out. We got a minute left, of course, till this second half starts. We'll go on one more break before we return. We'll return when both players, of course, come back out onto the field. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Hola, les habla su amigo.
Back live now, both teams running back out onto the field now. Sharyland Pioneer coming out of the Snake, and Brownsville Rivera Raiders coming out of what looks to be, I believe, a pirate ship. But either way, they're back out. And we're getting ready for this second half now. I believe Sharyland Pioneer Diamondbacks will be getting the ball to start this second half as they, I believe, deferred. Either way, always exciting. There goes Sharyland Pioneer running out onto the field first as Brownsville Rivera still talking on the sidelines in a huddle. But both teams, of course, back out. And we're just about set for this second half. Yes, Sharyland Pioneer Diamondbacks will receive to start this second half. Just waiting on the ref's signal now. And there we go. Ref gives the signal. And Brownsville Rivera run back into a line. Sand is raised. Running up. And we're underway for the second half. It is a short kick and a fair catch called by Pioneer. The 34-yard line is where they're going to mark that. Now, 1st and 10, Pioneer. They'll start from their own 34-yard line. There we go. Looks like they're going to snap the ball with 3 wide receivers on their right side and 1 right beside him. Snaps it off, drops back to pass. A little short pass to the left side. Gains a bit of yards before he gets pushed out of bounds. Jose Vaya on the tackle there. 2nd down and 4. Marburger snaps the ball off with 1 beside him. Trying to evade. Throwing it. It's going to be short. He was hit as, of course, he threw. Incomplete pass brings up a 3rd down. 3rd and 4 now. 11:32 left in the 3rd quarter. Looks like he'll snap the ball with 1 back beside him. 3 wide receivers on his left. 1 wide receiver on his right. Fake handoff, throws very quickly on the slant. And they'll get the 1st down. Looks like they'll be in Raider territory. 48-yard line, 11:20 left to play in this 3rd quarter. Will snap the ball with 1 back beside him, snaps it off. Drops back, passes to the right. Gains a couple of yards and more, 20. And will step out of bounds at about the maybe 15-yard line, and it will most likely be hit out of bounds. Of course, late hit. 11:03 left. We'll see what the ref says. First and goal. First and goal at the 8. Marburger sends a man in motion. 3 backs now on the right side. He hikes it off, goes to the corner, and it is, they're going to say incomplete. A very nice play there, forcing the wide receiver to have to use all the room, but just making him kind of run out of bounds there. Either way, second down and 8, 10:58 left in this third quarter. Marburger trying to get the play from his bench. He does. And will snap the ball with 1 back beside him. 3 wide receivers on the left. Snaps it off to the right. It's going to be incomplete once again. That will bring up a third down and 8 to go. Of course, third down and goal. 10:53 to play in the third quarter. Pioneer, of course, got to this part of the field by a late hit out of bounds, but hikes the ball off, goes to the left. He's trying to throw it. Not going to be enough. He tries to get in. And it's going to be a touchdown for Sherryland Pioneer. The Diamondbacks score once again. Marburger runs in a very nice run, being aware of just finding the open space there. And it is now 30-7 Sherryland Pioneer. Extra point away, of course, from making it 31. Kick is up, and it is blocked. No good. And looks like there will be an injury. Timeout. We'll be right back.
Gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito, crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Hi, we're Latin Universities and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men start the new year off right.
Well, it looks like he was shaken up there, and there was a penalty marker down. It was offside on the defense. So now even closer for Sherryland Pioneer, but it looks like they'll just go for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. 31-7, Diamondbacks lead. But now Brownsville Rivera will get the ball back and try to make something happen in this second half. 10:42 remain in the third quarter. Still plenty of time for anything to happen. This is high school football. This is, well, sports. And we all know it is not over until it is over. That is for certain. As there we go, both teams trotting back onto the field. So there we go, Sherryland Pioneer set up, and, well, the ref blew the whistle, and now to get play to resume. Raised up both his arms, and the kick is away. A nice short kick. Looks like it's going to be a kick out of bounds. Yes, it will be. Flag is thrown. Waiting for the official's response, but either way, kick out of bounds will be the call. Play resumes. Looks like they'll snap the ball with one back beside him. Handoff up the middle. Trying to break that tackle, not going to be enough, but he will gain some positive yardage. Second down now, 2nd and 7. He'll gain 3 on that run. Brownsville Rivera in the huddle. Breaking out of it now. Play clock 17-16. Will snap the ball off with one back beside him. Snaps it off. Quick screen pass to the corner. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd down now. 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Brownsville Rivera sets up in the huddle here. Breaks out of it. Will snap the ball off with one back beside him. 3 wide receivers on the right side. Hikes it off, and trying to evade pressure. He does. Trying to find someone open down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. No flag on the play there. Fans wanting that, but won't get it. Incomplete pass either way. I believe that was intended for Ilian Hernandez. And now 4th down and 7. That will bring up a 4th down and 7. They will punt the ball away. Pioneer ready to receive for the Diamondbacks here. A snap. Punts it away. It's a high ball. They're trying for a. They were trying for that to get a good bounce there. Sorry, just amazed at that play. But 26-yard line, I believe. Or 36-yard line, excuse me. But what a hit. Just right as he got it. Just a huge, big hit. He'll be marked down at the 36-yard line. 9:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Looks like in shotgun formation for Pioneer. Snaps the ball off. Drops back to pass. Now trying to evade pressure. He does. Throws on the run. Open field. Will get to just about the 45-yard line. Will probably be marked down at about the Rivera 46-yard line. But an 18-yard reception nonetheless. I believe that 18-yard reception was to Alan Davila. Snaps the ball off once again. Steps up in the pocket, throws a deep ball. Incomplete. 9:12 remain now in the third quarter. Second down and 10. Ball still on the 46-yard line. Straight-line Pioneer, of course, trying to get the play, and they do. Play clock down to 10. Marburger snaps the ball. It's a low snap, and now tries to evade the pressure again. Throws on the run, and they're going to say that's a catch. Ladard Lindo was the one to get the connection there. They snap the ball off again. He takes off and gets another first down. How about that? 8:57 remain in third. Trying a bit of hurry up offense. Once again, snaps it off. Quick pass to the left corner. Finding the opening. Getting the first down. And now it's going to be first and goal. First and goal at the 5-yard line. Snaps the ball off. Throws to the right corner. Trying for the catch. It's going to say incomplete there. Incomplete. Looks like it's going to be an official timeout after that play. We'll be right back.
Annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Hi, we're Brownsville veterans, and thanks for watching Real Sports Live. Woo!
Every great dining adventure begins with one word, fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with...
Back live now. Hopefully that injury is nothing to be concerned about, hopefully. Of course, hopefully we wish them all the best. And now, of course, waiting for the refs to resume play. Looks like their Pioneer are going to restart with 3 wide receivers on the right, with 1 back behind Marburger. He snaps it to the corner, overthrows it just a bit, incomplete pass. Third down now. Third and goal, ball still on the 5, 8:18 remain in the third quarter. They reset with 2 wide receivers on each side, 1 back behind. Snaps it off, corner, almost picked off, and it is caught for the touchdown. How about that one? A very incredible play there. Just great awareness. Of course, the tip, but to make sure that he found where the ball was, because sometimes when it's tipped, it's kind of tough to control. Either way, nonetheless, he made it work. And now They are up 37, 38 now to 7. 38 to 7, 8:11 remain in the third quarter. Diamondbacks lead. Diamondbacks lead 38 to 7. It's been an interesting game for both sides. But of course, it's been all Diamondbacks late in this one. Now, of course, the Raiders will get the ball back, and we'll see what they can do, as they're just, of course, trying to get back on the scoreboard, get some momentum back, because we all know that they can run the ball well. They can pass the ball well, too. So the corner just needs to make sure that they can really evade pressure and do all the things correct. Now, we've seen on both sides, though, from this one, as the ref is resuming play, what will Pioneer do on this kick? Will it be short? Most likely. As I say that, it is a deep ball, but still returnable. Dropped, though, for a second, and he'll have to return it from his own 5-yard line. They do. They get it. 30. Just past that 30-yard line, I believe 8 minutes remain in the third quarter. Raiders first down and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line, I believe. So, of course, Raiders in the huddle. They break out of it now. Looks like he'll snap the ball off with one back beside him. Snaps it. Handoff up the middle. Trying to find the space. They do. They get the extra push. And it will get a couple of yards on that carry. Looks like official timeout. We'll be right back.
Shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a 2019 Ford EcoSport with navigation and an 8-inch touchscreen for just $17,495.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
All right, back live now. Of course, hopefully the injury was not too serious, and hopefully he'll be back in no time. Either way, we resume play. Raiders with the ball. 7:32 remain. Flag on the play. Could be a false start is what it looks like. False start going to move the Raiders back a bit. Looks like they will be second down and 11. Ball on their own 32. Snaps the ball off. Fake handoff. Almost picked off there. Just kind of overthrew his man. And incomplete it goes. Raiders still with possession now. Third down 11, 7:17 to go here in this third quarter. So very exciting. Raiders break out of the huddle now. 3 wide receivers on their left side near the bench. Hikes the ball off, but ref blows the whistle dead. Another false start penalty bringing the Raiders back even further now. It's going to be third down and long. We'll have one back right beside him. 3 wide receivers. Snaps the ball. Looking to try to evade the pressure. He does. Throws it deep. Wide open. And it is picked off. And it is going to go to the Diamondbacks. It's going to go right back to the Diamondbacks. Looks like Gabriel Kelly picked that ball off. Was right there to make that play. So Sherryland Pioneer will have an opportunity to go back down the field and score once again. Of course, good thing on that play, though, is Brownsville Rivera. It was basically like a deep punt. So if you put that into perspective, of course, now you've got that your defense to basically have an opportunity to stop Sherryland Pioneer on a 3-and-out here. Sherryland Pioneer back out onto the field. Looks like snap the ball off in shotgun formation. Could be offside. They will roll the play dead. Still first down and 5 now for the Diamondbacks. 7:01 remain in this third quarter. Still in shotgun formation, though. 3 wide receivers near the Raiders bench for Sherryland Pioneer. Throwing it quickly, deep ball, and it is caught. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Sherryland Pioneer. No flags on the play as well, so that will stand. (44-7) now your score. The Diamondbacks running away with this one. 6:50 remain in this third quarter. Waiting on the extra point here. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is blocked again. And it is picked up, going the other way now. He gets taken down, though. A very nice play. A blocked kick. Extra point, no good, 44-7. And the Raiders will get the ball back and try to make something on this drive. Both teams on their respective sidelines, of course, just talking trying to find a play that's right for, of course, their team. But we'll see what Pioneer do on this kick. Of course, I've been wrong, but they'll probably kick it a bit short. But I think now they're starting to kick it a lot deeper, closer to the end zone. But either way, we will find out now as the ref has resumed play. And the kick is away. Looks like it is pretty deep, but returnable for sure. Takes it out from his own 5. And we'll get it back to about the 22, maybe 23-yard line. .6:42 remain in the third quarter. 44-7, your new score. First down and 10 to the Raiders. Ball on the 23-yard line. Looks like they'll set up with one back beside him and 2 wide receivers on each side. Hands the ball off up the middle. He's going to gain a good amount of yards. A 6-yard gain on the play there. Will make it second down and 4. Raiders in the huddle. They break out of it. Looks like it's going to be 3 wide receivers on. Yeah, 3 wide receivers near the Raiders bench. He hands the ball off once again. Actually, it's a fake. He takes it himself. He's going to get enough for the first down and steps out of bounds there. First down and 10 on the Raiders' 35-yard line. 6:02 remain in the third quarter. Lines up with 1 back beside him and 3 on the left. Hikes it off. Handoff. Trying up the middle. He's going to go nowhere and lose a couple of yards. The Raiders huddle up once again. As Pioneer just waiting patiently. And now, of course, they break out of the huddle. 2 wide receivers on both sides. That's how they line up with 1 back, of course. Right beside him, he sends a man in motion. Hikes it off. And hand off right side him. But he's going to go nowhere. The game clock continues to run. 5 minutes now. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. Third down and 13 for Brownsville Rivera. Break out of the huddle. Going to send a man in motion, snaps the ball, fake handoff, up the middle, and a big play. A big gain will go for the first down there. He was able to keep the possession, which was very impressive after, of course, a big hit from behind. That will move them the chains. 4:20 remain in the third quarter. Brownsville Rivera break out of the huddle now. 3 wide receivers on their right side. That's how they line up there. Hands the ball off up the middle. He breaks free for a bit. Gets to just about the 35-yard line. but they'll mark it just shy there. The 36-yard line is where they will mark him at. Lines up 3 wide receivers on the right side, one back right beside him, and 1 wide receiver on the left. And another handoff up the middle. He's met, but gets more yardage there. Just about a 5-yard gain. 3:30 now left on in the third quarter. Second down and 5, ball on the Diamondback 31-yard line. Just about 3 minutes remain. They line up with 3 wide receivers on the right side, 1 back beside him. He hands the ball off. Actually, I got fooled there. He breaks. He finds an opening touchdown. That was a big quarterback keeper. And Brownsville Rivera, the Raiders, get back on the scoreboard for the first time since the opening drive. What a play indeed. And 44-13 is your new score. We'll see what the Raiders decide to do. They do decide to take the extra point here. Pettis splits the uprights. Your new score, 44-14. Diamondbacks lead. 2:55 remain in the third quarter, but the Raiders back up on the scoreboard. 44-14. Of course, Sherryland Pioneer lead that one. I did say that a bit weird. .255 remain in this third quarter. Both teams on their respective sidelines here. And, well, very impressive playing so far. Just, of course, Sherryland Pioneer took the advantage early in this game, and that's what's led them to a bigger score. But both teams run back out onto the field now. Sherryland Pioneer ready to receive this kick with Brownsville Rivera ready to kick this ball back away. We'll see how Brownsville Rivera decide to kick this one, if they decide to try and kick it short to throw Sherryland Pioneer off, or will they kick it long? We'll see. He raises up both his hands. And kick is away. A bit short for sure, but a fair catch called nonetheless, just right outside, I believe, the 25-yard line. The 27-yard line is where they will spot the ball. 1st and 10, Sherryland Pioneer. Sherryland Pioneer offense runs back out onto the field now. Looks like they'll set up with 1 back beside him and 3 wide receivers on their right side, 1 wide receiver on their left. Snaps it off. Throws to the corner. Breaks free a bit and gets taken out not before he crosses a first down marker, so they will move the chains. They'll mark the ball on the 44-yard line. 1st and 10, Sherryland Pioneer. 2:48 still remain. Snaps it off again. To the corner they go again. Breaking 1, breaking another. Looks like 30, 20, 10, 5. And touchdown, Sherryland Pioneer. No flags on the play. injury and timeout on the field. We'll be right back.
On your busy schedule and take the time to answer your questions and concerns prior to a visit. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez and Dr. Laura Loki offering full vision examinations, diagnostics, and treatment of an array of eye diseases and conditions to keep your eyes healthy. Call the friendly staff today with questions or schedule a consultation. San Benito Vision Source.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health, even if you have low testosterone, diabetes.
All right, well, now we resume play. Hopefully, the injury is not too serious. And hopefully, of course, we wish him all the best. And hopefully he'll be back out as soon as possible. Well, play resumed now. And we see for the extra point, the snap, the hold, another block. And so the extra point will be no good. How about that? Just another block, but 50-14, your new score. 2:36 remain in this third quarter. Well, both the teams back out on the field now. Sharyland Pioneer ready to kick this ball back off to Brownsville. Rivera most likely will kick the ball off deep. The Raiders, of course, getting set to receive this one. The ref blows a whistle to resume the play clock. And both of them, both the Pioneer lines get ready. He raises up both his hands, and the kick is away. It is a bit shorter, but still returnable. He does get it. Trying to find an opening. He kind of does, but is able to get the ball back to about the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at about the 31-yard line, 32-yard line. .230 remain. They set up with, well, false start first, but they were set up with two wide receivers on one side. Well, false start's going to bring them back, going to bring Brownsville Rivera back. And now, of course, they'll start this drive for the 1st and 15. Now ball on the 27-yard line. And timeout called by, I believe, Brownsville Rivera. The Raiders now, of course, want with 2 timeouts remaining in this game. 2:30 still to play for in this third quarter, so that's something to still look out for. Of course, the Raiders, we've seen them come from, well, just they've been able to really, from a 4th and 1 situation, so and we're able to get the first down. So this to me, would be nothing for them to try and get another first down for sure. Both teams out from their respective huddles. After that timeout, play clock does resume. Sends the man in motion. Hands the ball off there on the right side. Might have gotten a yard on that play there. Play clock, or excuse me, game clock still resuming. 2 minutes now in the third quarter. 32 there at the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. They break from their huddle. 3 wide receivers near their bench. This is how they line up with one back beside him. He does the flick, and it is going the other way. And Sherryland Pioneer get the possession back. The Diamondbacks defense really being able to, well, just do the damage in a sense. Playing outstanding, and 50-14, of course, the scoreboard shows that for sure. Diamondbacks running back out onto the field. The offense, are 1:38 to play in the third quarter. Ball on the Raiders' 21-yard line. Looks like he'll snap the ball with one back beside him. Hands off. Trying to go up the middle. Not going to be able to. Get stopped right at about the Raider 20-yard line. Game clock still continuing to go. Just about a minute to go now. Looks like 3 wide receivers on the left with one back beside him and 1 wide receiver on their right side. Hikes it off. It's a fumbled snap, but he does recover on it. .40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Looks like we're setting up with 3 wide receivers on the left side. He does go to the left side. Gets a couple of yards and a bit more. That will be the final play, most likely, of the third quarter. But they will get the ball on the 17-yard line. .50-14, your score. And that was the final play of the third quarter. One more quarter to go before we find out who will win this one. 50-14. Sherryland Pioneer Diamondbacks do lead this one against the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. Both teams back on the respective side. They did switch the field. So now, of course, the Diamondbacks will be going towards the big screen. And the Raiders, when they do get the ball back, will be going towards the opposite end. So it looks like they will set up with, well, for the field goal kick. See, close to about the 25-yard line. Well, both timeout called. We'll take a little timeout as well. This is brought to you by Hacienda Ford, of course. Check them out up in Edinburgh. And, well, I'm Jacob Young. This is Rio Sports Live. We'll be right back.
To increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's health care is done.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it.
Back live now. Of course, they'll set up for the field goal. Looks like it is Ramos. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. It is no good. $11:55 left to play now in this fourth quarter and in this game. The Raiders will take possession now. Just at about their own 20-yard line. They break out of the huddle. They line up with two wide receivers on each side and one back beside the quarterback. Hikes it off, takes it himself, finds an open space, tries to evade a couple of tacklers there. Might have gotten a couple of yards. Gain of 4 on the carry, I believe. Hikes it off, hands the ball off up the middle, finds an open space, brought down. Looks like brought down just before he could get the first down. $11:08 to go in the game. Second down, 6 to go. Looks like a penalty brought them back. Well, play resumes. 11 minutes. Hikes the ball off, handoff up the middle. Taken down before he could really get going. Second down now. 2nd and 7, that was a 3-yard gain. Ball now on their own 18-yard line. Snaps the ball, will take it himself, finds an opening. Is going to get a couple of yards, very close to the first down marker. Now they will say he got the first down, and that will move the chains for the Raiders. Ball marked at the 27-yard line, first down and 10 with 10 minutes to go here in the game. They break out of the huddle. Looks like they snap the ball with 3 wide receivers on the other side, but either way, it's a bit of a handle. He finds an opening. gets a couple of yards. A push, but the play is whistled dead. .9:20 to go here in the game. Second down and 3, ball on the Raider 34-yard line. Sets up with 3 wide receivers on their own side. Hikes and hands the ball off there. Big gain will be enough to move the chains. Talk about electricity. I mean, just a flash, in my opinion, when he's able to really find an opening and straight up the middle was just enough to get them, of course, the first down. First down and 10. Ball on their own 43-yard line with 8:30 left to play. Snaps the ball off up the middle. It's a big handoff, and it looks like they just got into Diamondback territory. Ball on, I believe, the 48-yard line. Second down and 2. 8 minutes to go here in the game. Snaps it. Straight up the middle he goes. Almost was able to beat the last defender, but not able to. But a huge gain will get them up to Diamondback territory. First down and 10, ball on the Diamondbacks 26-yard line, 7:40 left to play. Well, they set up with 3 wide receivers on the left side, 1 wide receiver on the right, and another handoff up the middle. Hit before he could really go anywhere, but gets about a yard or so on the carry. Second down, 8 to go. He gets 2 yards on that carry. 7 minutes remain. They break out of the huddle. Line up with 2 wide receivers on each side, 1 back beside him. Snaps it, takes it himself before he passes very fast, and beats a blocker. Dragged down, I believe, in the red zone. 6:50 remain. Of course, the clock now continues to run. It only stopped momentarily for that first down. First down and 7. Of course, first down and goal to be exact. Ball on the 7-yard line. Looks like they line up with 3 wide receivers on the left side and 1 wide receiver on the right with a back beside him. Hikes it off. Evades pressure, trying to find the end zone, and does. Walks it in. Touchdown, Brownsville Rivera. .6:16 remain. And Brownsville Rivera able to get back on the board. 50-20. Diamondbacks still lead this one, but the Raiders are saying we're not done yet. We're still going to, of course, try our hardest. And the kick is up and good. Extra point made, and now 50-21, 6:16 remain in this game. Both teams, of course, go back to their sides of the field. Of course, special teams on both sides talking it out and seeing what they decide to do here. As both teams on the one team, actually, Sharyland Pioneer back out onto the field, ready to return this ball. Brownsville Rivera, of course, still talking about it over on the sidelines before they run back out. And the ref resumes the play clock. And Brownsville Rivera run back to a line. Raises up his hand. He's going to kick this one a bit short. And fair catch called just about at the 25-yard line. We'll see where they mark this one. They're going to say 27-yard line. 6:15 still remain. In quarter number 4. Brownsville Rivera, of course, looking for a stop. And it looks like Sharyland might have to use a timeout. We'll see. Play clock at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I believe he just got it off in time. And not able to go anywhere on that play. 6 minutes remaining. Clock is still running. Looks like Pioneer will set up with 2 wide receivers on each side and 1 back beside. Snaps the ball off. Quick pass to the right side. Dropped. An incomplete pass that was intended, I believe, for none other than Hector Villarreal for Sharyland Pioneer. Of course, Sharyland Pioneer trying to get play call here. I believe Mike Ramos is in at quarterback. Nonetheless, 2 wide receivers out on each side. Sets up with 1 back beside him. Trying to evade pressure. He does. Gets a couple of yards on the carry. Five minutes remain here in the game. 50-21. Diamondbacks still lead this one. On 4th down and 7, though. Diamondbacks in no hurry to punt the ball away, of course. The snap. The punt. It's a pretty good one, but returnable. Tries to return it from his own 30. 4:46 remain, 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. Brownsville Rivera set up 2 wide receivers on each side. hands the ball off, trying to find an opening, gets a couple of yards. Garcia gains a couple of 3 yards here. 2nd down and 7 now. 4:20 remain in the game. They set up with 3 wide receivers on the right side, 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 back beside him. Hands the ball off once again. Actually fakes it, takes it himself, and gains a couple of yards. Not necessarily able to step out of bounds, though. Actually, they're going to say he did. Was pushed out of bounds. 4:05 remain in the game. 3rd down and 4 to go now. Ball on their own 38-yard line. Sets up with 3 wide receivers on their right side. So timeout Brownsville Rivera. 4:05 remain in the game. They are down 50-21. Diamondbacks are leading this one. 3rd and 4. Of course, ball on their own 38-yard line. But for their last 2 drives, I believe they have scored. So they're trying to make it about 3 straight drives to go back up on the board and to try to see if they cannot make a miniature comeback, which they're doing a very nice job for sure, especially late in this one. They're not giving up, which is the best part. That's what sports is all about. You don't want to give up. You don't want to give your, well, not necessarily give your opponent anything, but you want to show, hey, we're here to fight till the end. And that's always key. But both out of the huddle. 3 wide receivers on the right side with 1 on the left. Either way, hikes the ball off quickly and hands the ball off. A very nice play. And he's got a big opening, still on his feet. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. But what a great play. Thinking that he was going to pass the ball. And just a very sneaky play. Nothing more to say about that one. But either way, play continues. 3:53 left in the game. 1st down and 10. Ball on the Diamondbacks 38. Hands the ball off up the middle. Once again, has another opening, evades a couple of players, and gets taken down at about the 10-yard line. Just a very nice handoff indeed. Just found the open space. Just like I said, that was a very lethal player that could make a lot of damage from, of course, my keys, or not keys to the game, but players to look out for. Either way, they set up with 3 wide receivers on the left side, 1 wide receiver on the right, and hands off the ball once again. Gains a couple of yards on the carry, I believe. They're going to say on the 5-yard line. 5 yards to go. Game clock continues to run. 3 minutes now remain in this game. Three wide receivers out on the right side. 1 wide receiver out on the left for Brownsville Rivera. They snap it, and we're trying to score here. He's going to be short just about, they're going to say. They're going to say that the ball was on the 1-yard line, about a 4-yard carry there. just about 2 minutes remain in this game. Brownsville Rivera break out of the huddle. The Raiders set up with 2 wide receivers on each side, 1 back beside him. It's going to be a handoff up the middle and touchdown. Brownsville Rivera with 2:06 remaining. They'll get back on the board here. New score, 50-27. An extra point, of course, away, making it 50-28. And the extra point up and good. 50-28, your new score. 2:06 left. $50-28, your score. 2:06 remain. First, well, we'll see what happens here. Fourth quarter. Both teams respectively on their sidelines, of course, just talking things out, seeing what, of course, the teams might do. Of course, to be exact, Brownsville Rivera, who knows, they could probably will kick the ball up short, which is what both teams had been doing for a while. And then, well, Sharyland Pioneer kind of built themselves a nice insurance lead and then started to kick the ball far. So now waiting on the ref to resume play. And he does. Raises up both hands and kicks this one off away. Once again, a short kick, and it is muffed. They didn't know where it was for a second, and taken down before he actually breaks a tackle there. How about that? Down to the 50, the 40. Looks like down to maybe the 38-yard line or so, looking back. Trying to look for a flag. But injury timeout nonetheless. We'll be right back.
Sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7. Sundays from 12 to 6. On F Street in Harlingen, it's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas.
Back live play does resume and snaps the ball, hands it off, tries to go up the middle just a bit to the right, but maybe gains a couple of yards there. 140 remaining, in the game. Of course, one first down will most likely end this one. Sharyland Pioneer, in no rush to hike the ball if they do. Does a short screen pass to the right, and he gains a couple of yards and steps out of bounds. They will get the first down, but they will stop the clock. 1:13 remain. Brownsville Rivera probably saying, that's awesome. Stop the clock as much as you want. It will give us plenty of time to maybe go down the field and score another touchdown here. Hands the ball off up the middle. It's taken down before he could really go anywhere. 1 minute remain. Second down now. Ball on the Raiders' 25-yard line. You're going to say second down and 10. Looks like they hike the ball off. Handoff once again right up the middle. Gains a good chunk of yardage. 30 seconds remain. And that will be the game. Final score from this one tonight, the Sherryland Pioneer Diamondbacks 50. The Brownsville Rivera Raiders 28. As finally the clock ticks down to all zeros on the scoreboard. Final score once again, 50-28. Sherryland Pioneer win this one. Now for me, of course, before we go, well, let's talk about who our player of the game had to be. Of course, that is, I believe, Hacienda Ford, player of player of the game. Now, for me, I would have to go with the key man who had made plays left and right tonight. And that was none other than Eddie Lee Marburger. I think he really did an outstanding job, was able to rally his team and, of course, get them to win 50-28. He made some big plays downfield, was able to beat defenders and things like that, and that's really who I believe was the player of the game. No doubt about that, but either way, first time here at Sam Stadium, very impressive stadium in general. Just the atmosphere was great, of course. Fans will not necessarily come home a bit too pleased, but nonetheless, 50-28. Brownsville Rivera, the most important thing that you can take away from all this is they showed fight all the way till the end. I don't think you can praise that enough, because when you get put in someone's situation just like that, of course, giving up is like the worst thing that you could do, and so they did not do that at all. And also, before I go, I have to say, this is Real Sports Live's third year. Third year, of course, will begin basically on October 17th. But how about that? Just very impressive. And, well, either way, I've been Jacob Young. Hopefully you all have enjoyed this broadcast. So long from Sam Stadium. Adios.